Aquinas' ethical synthesis reflects a profound harmonization between Christian doctrine and Aristotelian virtue ethics, a balance that continues to shape Catholic moral theology. Drawing on Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, Aquinas affirms that human beings are teleological creatures ordered towards a final end, telos, which for Christian is union with God. While Aristotle conceived of eudaimonia as the highest form of flourishing through virtuous living, Aquinas elevated this goal, situating the true beatitude in the beatific vision, seeing God's face to face in eternity. For Aquinas, grace does not destroy nature, but perfects it. Thus, natural virtue is fulfilled, not discarded by Christian grace. However, this interrogation is not without tension. Ancient Greek virtue ethics emphasize phronesis, practical wisdom, basically, and the cultivation of character through habituation, yet often frame these in service to civic life and reputation. In contrast, Christian virtue, especially as modeled in the lives of saints and martyrs, often demands renunciation of worldly goods for the sake of eternal truth. The virtue of martyrdom, particularly exemplified in the Holy Innocents, becomes a theological category that transcends Aristotelian ethics. Here, Aquinas introduces a distinctly Christian recalibration of courage, not as military valor, but as steadfastness and suffering for the love of Christ. Augustine's influence runs deep in Aquinas' ethics, especially in his understanding of the will and the necessity of divine grace. Where Aristotle emphasizes rational control over passions, Augustine reminds us that fallen will requires healing, gratia sanans. I'm going to get better at Latin, I promise. To even begin the journey toward virtue, Aquinas refines this Augustinian insight by showing that while virtue can be naturally cultivated, supernatural virtue, faith, hope, and charity is infused by God in order towards salvation. Finally, Aquinas' notion of moral perfection diverges sharply from Kant's moral rigorism. For Kant, moral worth is found in acting from duty according to the categorical imperative, regardless of emotional inclination or consequences. Aquinas, on the other hand, locates perfection in caritas, the love of God and neighbor, as the highest fulfillment of the moral life. His is a relational ethic rooted not only in reason, but in the mystery of divine love. In this light, Aquinas emerges not just as a philosopher, theologian, but as a saint who teaches us to love the truth because the truth is God.